This video is for smaller companies, service providers or coaches or software companies that are thinking about putting out videos on YouTube that haven't made the leap yet. I'm putting out this video because you and I are in the same boat. I'm just about 31 days further down the river, and I wanted to share what I've noticed so far, specifically the things that were unexpected, so you know what to expect as you get into this game. So the 13th of November is when I started to breathe new life back into this channel. And today is the 13th of December. So it's been about 31 days. In that time frame, I've published 23 videos. This will be the 24th. And the very first thing that I've noticed in this process is that coming up with topics for new videos has been way easier than I was expecting it to be. This was always kind of a point of constraint for me too. It was the main reason I haven't been publishing videos forever. I've had this channel for like 7 years and just wasn't publishing videos because I was worried that I would just run out of things to say. But the opposite's been the case. For every video that I publish, it gives me like 6 new ideas for other videos that I can make. And also over the course of the business day, as I have conversations with clients or take sales calls or chat with the team, or even as I'm doing research for projects, for campaigns that I want to launch. All of these things are giving me inspiration for other videos that would be helpful if I put them out there onto the channel. So the least of your worries, if this is a worry that you share with me, is coming up with ideas for the content. What is a bigger point of concern, or concern, depending on how you look at it, is that you're not going to get a lot of views. In the very beginning, or at least from what I'm seeing, views are pretty hard to come by. To be frank, I was coming into this expecting that. And to be honest, I don't plan on turning this channel into a massive view gobbling machine. I don't plan on becoming a quote unquote creator. I'm really putting these videos out there into the universe for my clients so that I have different pieces of content I can point them towards instead of having similar conversations over and over again. The views are just kind of a bonus for me. But I do imagine that there will be other brands that are looking to use the YouTube channel as a traffic source and just kind of as a something to expect. The very beginning, the views are going to be hard to come by. Right now, I think I'm averaging like anywhere from like 2 to 8 for a given video within the first 48 hours. Sometimes it's more, but in general, it's not a lot. And I haven't had any videos yet that have cracked 100, to give you an idea here. I did get 2 new subscribers over the past 31 days. And if you two are watching, thank you so much. I'm glad to have you here. I'm going to do my best to deliver some high quality content to you. But yeah, generally speaking, don't expect it to be rapid growth unless maybe you know something that I don't when it comes to the organic game. Speaking of that, that is also something else that I'm noticing is that my experience on YouTube is changing. My eyes are changing. And it's kind of the same perspective that I have when it comes to ads. So I've been running ads for a billion years now. And I'm one of these weird people that actually watch and read ads for fun. And what I'm noticing now is that when it comes to organic content, prior to starting to publish content more, I was already spending a lot of time on YouTube watching other videos and learning about new things. But I'm noticing now that I'm paying a lot more attention to things that I never noticed before. Things like how the headline is worded, the design that's going into the thumbnails, how I'm impacted within the first 10 seconds of a video. Like all of these different things that I just kind of never noticed are standing out to me. And particularly, I'm noticing the differences between videos that I consider to be really good and videos that are losing my attention. And I'm starting to notice the differences in those two things. So that's been really interesting as well. Yeah, so the final big thing that I've noticed is that giving myself the freedom to create videos that are not super polished has been incredibly liberating and necessary in my case for actually getting this process started. I came into this realizing that the only thing I wanted to focus on was the quality of the message, making sure that the things that I was saying were based in real life and things that a brand could watch and use and profit from. And I wasn't concerned about whether or not my background was perfect or whether or not my lighting was on point. And I haven't really done any editing on any of the videos outside of cutting out like weird pauses that I have in some of the content. More than anything, is super raw. Even this video is super raw because I just arrived in Orlando half hour ago on my way back to Boston for the holidays. And I still wanted to publish one more video in this constant cycle that I've been in. And the lighting in this hotel room isn't awesome, but just putting the video out there was far more important than, making it pretty. So I hope in the future, if I ever do actually get some viewers, that this authenticity will stand out. So those are some of the things that I've noticed so far. I'm sure I'm going to notice more things as I publish more videos. But I think what I want to do from here will be a bit of a different approach for future videos. So in the very beginning, in this part, I know myself, and one of the things that was really important was for me to get momentum. The way that I get momentum on any new task, especially if it's something that's out of my ordinary, is I need to do it every day. But now that I've done it for 31 days, that was my initial target. I do foresee myself slowing down on my cadence for two different reasons. One of them is because there's content that I want to create that's just going to take more time. They're more complicated topics that require more research. So far, I've been able to touch on some of the things that are more superficial in terms of YouTube ads, super valuable still, but not as in-depth as I'd like to get. And to create that sort of content, I'm going to need more time. The other thing is, to kind of cut into the last thing I mentioned, while it's been liberating to be able to create these videos that are very loose and rugged and authentic, I would like to start making them feel a little more engaging. And that really means bringing in some more editing. I'm not going to do that immediately, but this is something that I have in mind for the future, because one of the things I have noticed in the videos that hold my attention for longer is they do have some more visual elements. They are a little bit more edited. I don't want to get to the point where I basically polish all of the soul out of the content, but I would like to create content that is a little bit more fun for viewers to watch. So those are a couple of things that I'm looking to do in the near future. In an upcoming video, I will share my overall strategy for YouTube as it relates to the advertising. And I think that might be very interesting, because it will be different than you've probably heard for other strategies in the past. And if you have it in hand, it will make 2025 a really, really good year for your brand. So that'll be coming up in a future video. And yeah, with that said, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'll be releasing a lot more content about YouTube ads and probably more stuff about organic content as well, as I learn a little bit more about that game. I'm also going to be talking a lot more about lead generation, high ticket sales, follow-up sequencing, automations, and everything in between. So if you like geeking out about that sort of stuff too, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.